I want to try to define my gender, but it's really hard in 60 seconds, so I'm going to talk really fast. I'm gender fluid, and here's how that works for me. Most of the time, I'm one of two, modes or mindsets. Most of the time, I am this weird amalgamation of, genders and vibes and essence and just being that I literally cannot define. I don't know. You're just going to have to take my word for it. It's like the universe. It's ever flowing. There's sparkles, and it's just it changes over time, and it moves through each other, and it's never one thing. And then other majority of the time I'm just a void. There's nothing there. There's just an absence, and I don't know how else to describe it. So either everything or nothing. Those are the two that I'm usually in. But then every once in a while, and I don't know where it comes from, but I'll just be thrust back into a binary. I'll just be sitting there chilling, enjoying my life, and then all of a sudden I'm a man? Who asked? Or a woman? Since when?
Are you off your fucking meds or something?
Yes. Now, isn't it kind of crazy that most of these people that talk about gender fluid and non-binary look almost exactly like the person we just heard from in the first clip? Make of that what you will. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I have a fairly quick and very crazy Sunday Clown World update for you guys today, and as usual, we just don't have any time to waste, so let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. So this person here with the stain on his jersey is Donna. Now, not only does Donna very closely resemble the evil villain from the Smurfs cartoon, Gargamel, Donna also is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman, calls himself a lesbian, and uses the ladies' restroom. What?
What the f***, Buffalo Bill?
Now, for those of you that are right around my age, you know exactly who Gargamel is and what he looks like. Anyway, let's keep it moving with today's segment of people who suffer from TDS, also known as derangement syndrome. So this big burly fella still thinks that the 2020 election was free and fair. I didn't know there was anyone out there that still thought that. The comment says, serious question. Tell me how you suffered during Trump's last term. Roll it.
It's not about that. I didn't suffer. I'm not going to suffer. I'm financially secure. I've got everything paid off. I'm retired. It doesn't matter who's president for me personally as far as suffering. I'm going to be fine. It's not about that. It's offensive. Trump is offensive to me as an American. I don't understand why other people who grew up like I grew up are not as offended and pissed off as I am about what Trump and everybody around him tried to do. They tried to overthrow a free and fair election. They tried to overthrow the will of the American people. I mean, I just can't. I don't understand how everybody is not absolutely enraged at what they tried to do.
What did you say? What the f*** did you just say?
They tried to overthrow a free and fair election.
That's the dumbest thing you could have said. What are you, an idiot?
All right, next up we have this fella who is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman and calls himself a lesbian. Now, here he is doing an interview on his podcast where he's talking about his parents, and boy, they must be proud. Roll it.
Well, I identify as a trans woman, also a lesbian, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers.
Whoa, you have a deep voice.
I'm not gay. I'm a girl. And so I'm going from, well, I mean, I guess I'm gay too because I'm a lesbian, but still I'm a girl. Yeah. And so I'm going from that boy that she supposedly raised to a girl. But in actuality, she never really raised a boy. She raised a girl.
Yeah.
She just wasn't smart enough to see that. She didn't have her eyes open enough to care. Right. She didn't pay attention. And my father on the other hand, so I don't really speak to my father, but he does know that I'm transitioning. I have a Facebook group, Trans Girl 43, and I see him in that group. And every now and again, I'll see a thumbs up on a comment or something.
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts? Didn't mommy and daddy show you enough attention?
And speaking of fellas who call themselves lesbians, meet Vivian Smotherman. Now, Vivian is also a biological man that identifies as a trans woman and calls himself a lesbian. Now, Vivian is running for a Colorado State Senate seat. This next clip is a perfect barometer to gauge which direction this country is heading, and it's not a good one. Roll it.
I'm running for the Colorado State Senate. Of course I'm going to knock on your door every day until you turn in that ballot. I'm running for the Colorado State Senate. Of course I buy a new dress every time there's a fundraiser. I'm running for the Colorado State Senate. I don't know you, but of course I'm going to call you repeatedly for money. I'm running for the Colorado State Senate. Of course I don't know your name until I see your name tag at the fundraiser. I'm running for the Colorado State Senate. Of course I support reasonable gun control. Of course I support immigration and finding viable paths to citizenship. Of course I support rural health care initiatives. Of course I support a woman's right to abortion.
What the hell is going on?
Democrats.
I mean, come on. U.S. politics is a dumpster fire as it is. Our Congress, our Senate, it's a damn sideshow already. Do we really need any more clowns in that circus?
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about
I
don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about. I
think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order, Mr. Chairman.
That's beneath even you.
Please engage the order of your committee.
Order.
Please. There's a point of order.
We have a point of order. Mr. Lynch, state your point.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aww.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Baby girl?
We are going to move, and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
I had to slide that in there for those of you that haven't seen it. But yeah, that's the current state of our politics. Those are the people we send to D.C. to represent us. So people of Colorado, please think before you vote. Anyway, next up, so we have kind of a reaction to a reaction video that I actually showed several months ago. This rather husky individual who is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman bought this dress on a clearance rack at like Walmart or something, showed it off, went viral, and ended up getting roasted for it. So here's his response. Roll it.
Oh, it was on discount enough, so I'm like, I'm getting it. And it was worth it. Oh my God. I'll see you later, guys. I found out from a mutual friend of mine on Facebook that somebody took that video of the blind react and turned it into an anti-trans Twitter post. Believe it or not. So let's please ignore the retweet wording at the top. I cut it off, but I mean, we're looking at the LGB account. What's obviously this person is one of those individuals that's part of our community that doesn't think trans and queer people should be involved. You know, those ones like, they're dragging us down, they're ruining the world for us. You know, those kind of people. Just read this. Clown emoji, trans individual appears to experience gender euphoria just by slipping into a dress. Is this trans flag dysphoria or a fetish on full display? Let's hope that he isn't planning on wearing this one in public, is how it ends up. Yeah. Sir, if you're following my page and you see this before my Twitter post, hi. You must be confusing me for someone who gives a f about your bigoted opinions. Because honestly, again, the shirt, mind you, if my pride flag offends you, I'll help you pack. Oh, and one other one. I know it's backwards, but let's read it out, shall we? I will not censor myself to comfort your ignorance. And that's all you are, sir, an ignorant, bigoted fool who thinks he can pick on other people to make him feel better about himself. Let's be honest here. You're just looking for clarity with the right. You just want to like, see, I'm one of the good ones. I'm one of the good ones. These people are wrong. They're sick. Thinking that if they take over, that she'll be allowed to leave in this magical tome where you can go to somewhere else and not be kept locked away or anything like that. What we've been trying to tell you will happen. But it will happen to you.
What the is this guy talking about?
Real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen. Wow, she sure is excited about something. Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by our first sponsor is Robert Zamato. Robert, thank you so much for sponsoring today's video, sir. I really appreciate the support. Second sponsor of today's video is the Etsy store Red Clover Fields. Now, many of you know that is my wife's Etsy store, and she's got some fantastic stuff on her website, stuff I use every day, and I swear by it. So if you're looking to get away from Big Pharma and looking for some more natural remedies, definitely go peruse her store. I will put a link to that in the description box below. So once again, today's video sponsors are Robert Zumato and the Etsy store Red Clover Fields. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will set your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. All right, get this off the screen, please. Ugh.
Oh my God, look at that whale.
All right, next up we have this comedian, I guess. I don't know. The description I saw of her said anti-white comedian Dulce Sloan, I think her name is. I can't remember. Anyway, here she is being interviewed on a red carpet somewhere. Roll it.
It's not about your freedom. It's a business. So we're sitting up begging these white men to give us rights. No, affect their money. That's why white men change stuff. Segregation ended because of the Montgomery boys boycott, because the city of Montgomery almost went bankrupt because of an 18-month boycott. These white men all of a sudden didn't change their minds. Abraham Lincoln did not free enslaved people because he felt like he needed to do this. He did it to cripple the South economically. Anytime they've done anything, it wasn't to help us because we were humans. It was to mess up another white man's money. So we don't get rights until we mess up a white man's money. That's it. And until they see us as human beings, we have to mess their money up. That's it.
That's just self-centered and racist. You need to shut the f*** up.
Hey, where are the white women at?
All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up with what is probably the most disgusting speech Joe Biden has given since he's taken office. And there have been some real bangers. So here he's giving a graduation speech at Morehouse College, which is an all-black college in Atlanta, Georgia. And listen to what this man says. It is absolutely disgusting, enraging, and so divisive. Anyway, things are clearly getting very crazy out there, guys. So please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time. Love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
You missed your high school graduation. You started college just as George Floyd was murdered. And there was a reckoning on race. It's natural to wonder if democracy you hear about actually works for you. What is democracy? If black men are being killed in the street, what is democracy? The trail of broken promises still leave black communities behind. What is democracy? You have to be 10 times better than anyone else to get a fair shot. And most of all, what does it mean, as we've heard before, to be a black man who loves his country, even if it doesn't love him back in equal measure?
This guy's a serious asshole.
And you ain't black.